Hey everyone, Nuno here. In today's video, I'm walking you through everything new in the new Lumion 26 update, from the brand new area placement tool to native 16K AI upscaling and ultra-realistic photogrammetry vegetation. We have a lot of ground to cover. Let's jump right in with number 1, area placement tool. So this is the absolute game changer. You will find this tool under the Nature tab. I'm going to filter by L26 to grab some of the brand new assets and pick a different tree sets for variation. You have two ways to add this: fill surface or create area. With create area, you simply click and drag a shape. Need to be more precise? Just hold Ctrl and click on any edge to add a new control point. You can also toggle line smoothness to create organic curved shapes, perfect for round gardens. Now let's talk settings. Right now, all the trees are facing the exact same way. I highly recommend hitting randomize direction and randomize positions. Nature thrives on chaos, and breaking up those perfect lines goes a long way in selling the realism of your render. You can push the density up to 5,000 assets per placement, but keep in mind this might heavily tax your system. Over on the right, you can adjust the weight, meaning how often a specific asset appears compared to others. You can also toggle collision option. Turning this on and tweaking the collision radius gives your larger trees more breathing room, while smaller plants can be set to fill in the tight gaps. Once you're happy, hit generate. I'm setting this in a new layer, so if I later need to change anything, I always have this separated. And speaking of layers, here's a quick but massive quality of life update. You can now finally drag layers to reorganize them. It sounds like a small detail, but if you build complex scenes, this is an absolute lifesaver for keeping your workspace clean. And just look at that, we just built a fully controllable, highly detailed forest in seconds. Add some grass on top, and you are good to go. And if you want to quickly populate a specific material ID, switch over to the Fill Surface method. I'll grab some fine detail plants, click the garden bed, and it automatically fills the boundaries. For planted gardens like this, I actually turned down the randomization so they look intentionally landscaped. It really looks clean. Even though the area placement tool is great, for a future update, I'm seeing the ability to save group presets and to be able to edit any area placement we added. That would make the tool perfect. Next, let's check out clipping planes, located under Utilities. Drop it in your scene, drag it to where you need the cut, and click Fill Imported. This caps the cut area with a solid color, but you can swap that out for any material. For example, hatches, similar to what you have in CAD software. The best part, you can add more clipping planes and rotate them to any angle, which is incredibly handy for creating dynamic architectural sections. You can also add colored outlines if you want a technical look, though I usually prefer it without. Moving on to rendering. With the updated AI image upscaler in Lumion Pro, you can now push visuals up to a massive 16K resolution in seconds. Under Render Photo, you now have a 2x option for 8K and the brand new 4x option for 16K. Looking at the test render, the final image is significantly sharper. They've definitely ironed out the softness from the early versions of the upscaler. By the way, if you are looking to take your Lumion skills to the next level, I have a complete step-by-step course where we dive much deeper into all of this. I'll drop the link down in the description if you want to check it out. If you work with 360 views, project management just got a lot easier. You can now add up to 300 panorama slots per project, and even better, they have added folder organization directly inside Lumion Pro. For example, I can create a new project called High Rise, add a 360 subfolder, and export my panoramas straight there. When you open Lumion Cloud, everything is neatly organized and navigating between viewpoints is seamless. Now, here's what's not so great. We still don't have ray tracing for panoramas yet, which is a bit of a bummer. But I do have a workaround technique to make your standard panoramas look way more realistic. Let me know in the comments below if you want to dedicate a tutorial on that. Now, for a major realism boost, Lumion added 73 new ultra-detailed photogrammetry trees along with 31 new tree variations at different stages of growth. Because these are photo-scanned, they capture all the natural imperfections of real wood and leaves. Pair this with a new area placement tool and your landscapes will look incredible. They also went back and revamped about 165 older 3D models. As you can see in this before and after, the updated assets have much better geometry and higher resolution textures. All of this is great, but I will say we are still missing true 3D grass placement. The new grass assets look great, but they are a bit too large. Having smaller grass patches that we could scatter with the area tool would be a perfect fix. Hopefully, Lumion is taking notes for the next update. And now, if you want to learn how to build scenes, there are new example files, including a high-rise development, a Mediterranean villa, and new interior showcases. They also added new starting templates like a suburban neighborhood and a shopping area. Honestly though, the new nature shots template is a bit underwhelming. I think there's definitely room for improvement there. It will be great to see them revisit this template in the next update to make it look better. Finally, a big workflow upgrade. You can now import PBR Materials directly into Lumion Pro from SketchUp, Revit using the free LiveSync plugin. If you build your materials inside your modeling software, especially using something like the Polygon plugin for SketchUp, they will translate flawlessly into Lumion the second you hit sync. And that covers the top features in the new Lumion 26 update. Now, I'll be honest, I was expecting more features to come out. But at the same time, this year we've got Lumion Cloud. It's an online visualization collaboration space where you can share image, video and 360 renders with clients or team members and get live visual feedback all in one place. They even packed in a built-in AI Upscaler that bumps your images up to 8K in seconds. It ends the old back and forth email chaos and makes getting project approvals faster and easier. By the way, did you know Lumion has a public roadmap? You can actually go in there, vote and drop comments on the features you want to see next. Looking at the In Development tab, a few Lumion Pro updates immediately stand out. Animated nature and animated characters are absolute must-haves for my workflow, and it's great to see they are actively working on them right now. They also have 3D grass in the pipeline, along with Cloud Content Library. This last one is going to be a massive upgrade. The Lumion installer is huge because of the built-in library, but let's be honest, most of us only use about 10 to 20% of those assets. Moving this to the cloud means we'll only download exactly what we need, freeing up tons of drive space. Over in the active research section, a few things caught my eye. Ray-traced fur, AI PBR material generation, and importing custom vertex or bone animations. That last one is going to completely change the game. And finally, looking at what's under construction, we have the highly anticipated undo function. Okay, now if you want to test drive this new release for yourself, you can grab a free Lumion Pro trial right from their website. I'll drop a link in the description below so you can check it out. And as always, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss future content. Drop a comment below telling me which feature you are most excited about, or if you want a deep dive into any specific tool. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.